Hello, my dear students. I welcome you all for the online program. Today's section is about people revolt. So, your fourth unit of class 8. Okay. In this lesson, we are going to see how people revolt against British rule in India, and also we are going to see the greatest leaders of Tamil Nadu. What is people revolt? The people who are against to the government, and what happened to the people, and what are the causes that make the people to be revolted. Okay, so today totally we are going to see again what happened to the people to be against the British rule in India, and also we are going to see the greatest leaders of Tamil Nadu. Okay, and the first one is objectives. To know the Palayakara system in Tamil Nadu, so we are going to know what is the Palayakara system and why we are placing the name of Palayakara in this. To understand the role of Pulithevar and Kattabomman in this, in the anti-British uprising, to know about the South Indian rebellion. So, how the people started to revolt? Because the English assumed the rights of collecting the annual tribute from the Palayakarar. Here the structure will be, the Palayakarar has to collect the amount and give it to the king. சிற்றரசர்கள்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, அவங்க தான் வந்து இந்த பாளையக்காரர்கள். Okay, so this Palayakarar has to give to the king, and the king will be paying the tax to the English. Okay, this is the process. But after some days, the English, the British people have got the rights to collect the taxes directly from the Palayakarar. So that make the Palayakarars to be against to the English. Okay, and this lesson we are going to see what made to revolt and who all are the rebellions. Okay, so to start out by knowing about the origin of Palayam. So here the Vijayanagar ruler appointed Nayakar, and Nayakar of Madurai appointed the Palayakaras. Okay, that means Vijayanagar ruler is a king. He is appointed Nayakar is a sub-king, and he is appointing the Palayakarar as a Sittarasar. Okay, so he will be collecting the tax directly from the people, and this Palayakarar will be giving the amount to Nayaka, and Nayaka will be paying the amount to Vijayanagar king, and the Vijayanagar king will be giving the amount, the percentage of amount to the British. Okay, so this is the structure of Palayam. I think you have understand the structure, and we'll go into it. And next, Vishwanathan became a Nayakar of Madurai in 1959. The whole country was divided into 72 Palayams, and each one comes under a Palayakarar. So this country is divided into 72 Palayams, 72 groups, and all the 72 groups will have a head. Of that head name is Palayakarar. Okay, the Palayakarar was a holder of the territory or a Palayam. So he is a holder of the territory or a Palayam. Palayakarar collected tax. So we know that we've seen that the Palayakarar will be collecting the tax. And how he will be dividing the tax, we'll see. 1/3 of tax will be collected from the people. This 3 division will be collected from the people, and 1/3 is given to the Nayakar, and 1/3 the Palayakarar can be used, or that amount can be used for expanding the army. Okay, the Palayakarar's army, and 1/3 can be kept by themselves. The Palayakarar can be kept that 1/3. Okay, that's all. This is the Ajina Palayams. Okay, and next we are going to see early revolt of South India. In this, during the 17th and 18th century, the Palayakarar plays a vital role in the politics of Tamil Nadu. Let's see about the revolt of Palayakarar. Among this Palayakarar, there were 2 blocks. Palayakarar divided into 2 blocks, Eastern Block and Western Block. Okay, where Eastern Palayam, where the Nayak ruled under the control of Kattabomman, and the western Palayam where the Marwars ruled under the control of Pulitevar. So particularly in this lesson we are going to see about Kattabomman and Pulitevar. They are the main heroes of this lesson. Okay. And here these two Palayakarar refused to pay the kist, that means tribute, tax to the English and rebelled. Rebel means poranang, katamato basically. Okay, next we are going to see about Pulitevar. He was the first Tamil man to protest against British in India. During his period, he refused to pay the tax and also he started opposing Muhammad Ali and Nawab of Arcot and English. So, the forces of Nawab and the English attacked Pulitevar, but the combined force were defeated by Pulitevar and he was the Indian king to have fought and defeated the British in India. Okay. In 1759, the forces of Nawab under the leadership of Yusuf Khan attacked Nerkattum Seval and defeated Pulitevar. But he recaptured Nerkattum Seval in 1764. Later, he was defeated by the Captain Campbell in 1767. Later, Pulitevar escaped from there and died in exile. Exileனா ஒரு நாட்டுல இருந்து அங்க இருந்து தப்பிச்சு இன்னொரு நாட்டுக்கு போயிட்டாரு. அங்கேயே வந்து என்ன பண்ணிட்டாருன்னா இறந்துட்டாரு. அதான் எக்ஸைல். அங்கேயே போயிட்டு இறந்துட்டாரு அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. Okay. And so next we are going to see about the one who is very known to us and he is Veeramandiya Kattabomman. Okay. And Veeramandiya Kattabomman ruled Veerapandiyapuram with Panjalamkurchi as his capital. Based on the Carnatic treaty, the English gains to collect taxes, and this was the main causes for the revolt between English and the Kattabomman. Okay, in 1798, Jackson, the collector of Ramanathapuram, wrote letter to Kattabomman asking him to pay the tribute tax. Okay, but Kattabomman replied that he is not in the position to pay the tribute due to famine in the country. Jackson got angry and decided to punish Kattabomman. In the same year, the Kattabomman and his minister Sivasubramaniam met the collector at Ramanathapuram. Upon the verification of the account, Jackson was convinced that Kattabomman was cleared the most of the arrear. But even though he had cleared his arrear, Jackson wants to punish. So, due to that, the collector insulted Kattabomman and tried to arrest Kattabomman and his minister. Okay. So, Kattabomman tried to escape with his minister. Umuthurai is Kattabomman's brother. He suddenly entered the fort and helped them to escape. But unfortunately, the Sivasubramaniam was taken as a prisoner. He was arrested. The Sivasubramaniam was arrested and Kattabomman had been escaped by his brother. Okay. And he is Umuthurai and he is Kattabomman. This is the image that's given by Google. We don't know whether it is original image or not. So I have taken this image for your reference from Google. Okay. Next title is about Edward and he is a governor, and after his return to Panjalamkurchi. So Kattabomman, after his escape, he is coming to his place, Panjalamkurchi, and Kattabomman is writing the letter to the Madras Council, narrating the behavior of the collector Jackson. Okay, so the Edward, the governor of Madras Council, ordered Kattabomman to surrender and directed him to appear before the committee. And he also appeared, and the committee found that Kattabomman does not have any mistake. So, the Edward dismissed the collector and collector for his misbehaving, and also and also he released the Sivasubramaniam. Okay. So, this is the story of Kattabomman. And next is Conference of Palayakarars. Conference of Palayakarars. So in this, that is the great gathering of the Palayakarar. So the Palayakarars is getting grouped and they want to be revolt and they don't want to be go alone, so they are gathering the group. During that time, Marudha Pandiyar of Sivaganga formed the South Indian Conference of Rebel against the British. Okay, so along with the neighboring Palayakaras, Kattabomman was interested in that conference. The company considered the Kattabomman as a challenge to the authority, so they ordered the army to march to Panjalam Kurchi. So Kattabomman was very tough to the English people. So the English people cannot tolerate him, and they have sent the army people to arrest or kill Kattabomman. Okay, and next one is Fall of Panjalam Kurchi. So what happened? Okay, the next title is about Fall of Panjalam Kurchi. The Major Bannerman moved his army to Panjalam Kurchi on 5th September. They cut off all the communication to the fort, and Siva Subramaniam was taken as a prisoner again. And Vijay Raghunatha Tondaiman, Raja of Pudukkottai, captured Kattabomman from the jungle of Kalapur and handed over to the company. So after the British entering into the Panjalam Kurchi, the Kattabomman has escaped from there and went to the jungle. From there, the Pudukkottai king has arrested him and handed over to the British company. After the fall of Panjalam Kurchi, the bannerman brought the prisoner to the assembly of Palayakaras and sentenced them to death. Okay. So Siva Subramaniam was the executor at Nagalapuram. On 17th October 1799, Kattabomman was hanged at the fort of Kayathar. Kattabomman heroistic deeds kept his memory alive among the people. And next we are going to see about one of the best women, Velu Nachiyar. And Velu Nachiyar was the queen of Sivagangai. At the age of 16, he was married to Muthu Vaduganadhar, the Raja of Sivagangai. In 1772, the Nawab of Arcot and the British troop invaded Sivagangai and killed Muthu Vaduganadhar in the battle. During that time, Velu Nachiyar escaped with her daughter Velichi Nachiyar and lived under the protection of Gopal Nayak at Viluppuram near Dindigul. Virupachi near Dindigul. During this period, she organized the army and employed the intelligence agents to find where the British stored the explosives. She also arranged suicide attack by the faithful follower Quili. After that, she recaptured Sivagangai and she was crowned as queen with the help of Marudhu brothers. She was the first queen to fight against the British, and this gave her the name of Veeramangai and Jhansi Rani of South India. Okay, next we are going to see about Marudhu brothers. And next title is about Marudhu brothers. Marudhu brothers were the son of Mukkaya Palaniyappan and Ponnathal. The elder brother was called as Periya Marudhu or Vella Marudhu. The younger brother called as Chinna Marudhu, and he was more popular and called Marudha Pandiyan. This Chinna Marudhu served under Muthu Vaduganadhar. Okay, and in 1772, the Nawab of Arcot captured Sivagangai and Muthu Vaduganadhar died in this battle. So, however, after few months, Sivagangai was recaptured by Marudhu brothers, where Periya Marudhu were enrolled as a ruler and Chinna Marudhu acted as an advisor. Chinna Marudhu was called a Lion of Sivagangai due to the terrorist activity against British. Okay, the next title is about causes for the conflict. So there are two causes. When Kattabomman was hanged, his brother Umathurai and others fled to Sivagangai. Marudha Pandiyar gave protection to them. Revenge for Kattabomman death by his brothers. Okay, revenge has started for the Kattabomman death. And the next one is the merchants did not like influence of the company in their internal politics. Okay, so these two are the causes for the. Okay, next we are going to see about South Indian Rebellion. Happened in 1800 to 1801. In February 801, the brother of Kattabomman, Omathurai and Sevathaya escaped from Palayamkottai prison and reached Kamudi. From there, Chinnamarudhu took them to Siruvayal, his capital. They reconstructed the fort at Panjalamkurchi. The British troop retook the fort in April, and the Palayakara brought stout shelter in Sivagangai. The English demanded Maruthu Pandiyar to hand her over the escaper, but they refused. So the Colonel Agni and Colonel Innes marched against them. Okay, the Palayakaras confederacy consisting of Maruthu Pandiyar of Sivagangai, Gopalanayak of Dindikkal, Kerala Varma of Malabar, and Krishnappa Nayak and Dolarji of Mysore. The English declared war against the Confederates. So the next we are going to see about Tiruchirappalli proclaim. Okay, so Maruthu Pandiyar issued a proclaim of independence called Tiruchirappalli Proclamations. This was the first call of India to unite against the British. A copy of proclamation was pasted on the wall of Nawab Place and in Vaishnava temple at Srirangam. So thus, Maruthu brothers spread the spirit of opposition against the English everywhere. As a result, many Palayakarar of Tamil Nadu went on a rally to fight against the English, and Chinnamarudhu collected nearly 20,000 men to challenge the English army, and British force rushed from Bengal, Ceylon and Malaysia. The Rajas of Pudukkottai, Ettayapuram and Tirupur, Tanjavur stood by the British. Divided and rule policy followed by English spread the forces of Palayakaras. Okay, so to have the rush of Palayakara, to joining the Palayakara group, the British want to split the Palayakaras, so they started splitting the Palayakaras. Okay, to avoid the groupings, so they have started splitting the Palayakaras. And next we are going to see about English annexed Sivagangai. Okay, in May 1801, English attacked the rebels in Tanjavur and Tiruchi area. The superior military strength and the able commanders of British army won the battle. The rebellions failed and the English annexed Sivagangai in 1801. The Maruthu brothers were executed in the fort of Tirupattur in Ramanathapuram district. Omathurai and Sevathaya was captured and beheaded, means executed. Thookla போடுவாங்க இல்லையா அது at Panjalamkurchi. Okay, and they sowing the seeds of nationalism in the land of Tamil. The British assumed direct control over Tamil Nadu. The Palayakara system was abolished. Okay, at that time all the Palayakaras come under the British. So the British started controlling the Palayakaras. So the Palayakara system is abolished. Directly the British is collecting the tax from the people. Okay, and next is Dhiran Chinnamalai. Okay, the next is about Dhiran Chinnamalai. Dhiran Chinnamalai was born at Melapalayam in Chinnamalai near Erode. His original name was Tirthagiri. He was a Palayakarar of Kongu country like Salem, Coimbatore, Karur and Dindikkal. After the fall of Udayas, the territories along with Mysore were controlled by the Mysore Sultans. After the 3rd and 4th Mysore War, the entire Kongu region was passed into the hands of English. Dhiran Chinnamalai was trained by French military in modern warfare. He was along the side of Tipu Sultan to fight against the British and got victory against the British. After Tipu Sultan's death, Chinnamalai settled down at Udanale and constructed a fort there to continue his struggle against the British. So the British force want to stop his army and fought against Chinnamalai, and Chinnamalai was defeated. Okay, Chinnamalai defeated the British in Battle of Kaveri, Udanale and Arichalur. During the final battle, Chinnamalai was betrayed by his cook Nallappan and was hanged in Sangagiri Fort in 1805. Okay, so that's all. Our this first part of this lesson gets over. Okay, in the next part and the next week we will be seeing the next part of this lesson. Thank you.